Bless the Lord, O my soul, and do not forget all his benefits, who forgives all your iniquity, who heals all of your diseases, who redeems your life from the pit, who crowns you with steadfast love and mercy, who satisfies you with good, and in many translations it says in your mouth. He satisfies you with good as long as you live, so that your youth is renewed as the eagles. I stopped by to see Richard down at St. Luke's. I used to work right up the road from St. Luke's. I was sort of like their man on the road, and they shipped me to most of the country states that had me do research with their governments. So I knew how to get to the hospital because I used to go past it every morning on my way up to Kids Peace. That is when they weren't shipping me someplace else in the United States. I want you to know that that's a good hospital. They transported me up to where Richard was, told me what their schedule looked like. Medical doctor came in and gave me a summary of what his problems were. I mean, I like that hospital. One of my brother-in-law's brothers spent his final days at that hospital. And of course, everybody loved the way they handled him. But I want you to know that when I had my prayer with Richard, all I did was start this one. And he finished it with me. Bless the Lord, O my soul, and forget not his benefits. And then right after that, the psalmist includes, what are your benefits? And this is what we should be bragging about to somebody every day. Bless the Lord, O my soul. Do not forget all his benefits. And in case you forgot what they were, here they are. Who forgives all your iniquity.
That's right.
Who heals all your diseases. Who redeems your life from the pit. Who crowns you with steadfast love and mercy. Who satisfies you with good in your mouth as long as you live. I'm going to feed you. What else do you need?
Thank you, Jesus.
Isn't that a marvelous shopping list? Isn't that what we really want, what we all truly need, what the whole world needs, what our neighbors need, what our children need? Everyone we know has these needs. And I believe that King David, as he wrote this, who was the author of this 103rd Psalm, he wanted everyone who knew him to understand this was the most important content in his life. Oh, that would spread throughout the entire congregation, the entire neighborhood, the entire world. Who forgives all of your iniquity. Boy, God didn't include some of the dumb stuff I did when I was a kid. God really didn't include all the wicked stuff I did when I got older.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he did.
Yep.
He included it.
All of it.
Don't suffer needlessly for stupid sins that we have all committed. Don't do it, because he forgives all of your iniquity. Also, go to work on this one. He heals all of your diseases. I sincerely believe that it's just as easy for God to heal a severe cancer or to heal a severe anything, just as easy it is for him to clean up a baby's runny nose. Oh my God. Open our hearts and minds to your loving will on behalf of us all. The Lord works vindication and justice for all who are oppressed. My God. My God. What a list of oppressed people in the world tonight. I don't know what's going on politically. I really don't. And I'm not just trying to act cute about that. Did you follow the rampage over the Christianity Today publication?
No.
Yes.
There are as many evangelical Christians for the new guy as against the new guy. And they all have the same explanations. I don't know what's going on in the world today. Next thing they do is they start shouting out numbers. But the Lord works vindication. I'm talking about all the children in Africa, all of the little ones abandoned at our southern border, taken from their mother's arms. Oh, what vindication is needed in the world. The next line in that text says, he made known his ways to Moses. Have you read the Pentateuch lately? It's a great section of Scripture. Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy. And there is a lot of coverage of what Jesus, or God the Father, explained to Moses. What to do when somebody spits on you. Or what you do when you kill somebody. There's a great coverage by God in what he spoke to Moses. I don't think Moses was any better than any of you, any of us. God wants to speak to us. We need to invest an effort in reaching out to him. I know I do. I messed it up a lot. But I am desperate to talk to God. And I know it's not too long before I'm going to be standing right before him. I'm 84. I'll be 85 in just a few months. I'll be anxious to see my sister, my mother, my father. Those three maintained an incredible ministry, the likes of which I could talk about every time I stand up here. They were the life of the party in little old Pottsville, Pennsylvania. My dad used to joke about the fact that they made more money They made more money. They ran the Salvation Army, but they made more money because they went to every coal mine cave-in to help the dear struggling souls dig their family out of the coal mines. My father appeared in juvenile court whenever there were young boys, especially in the juvenile court. And on one particular Tuesday morning, my father came back from juvenile court with 13 teenage boys now in his custody. And all the judge told the boys was, you do what this man tells you to do. And I won't send you to Kislin. Do any of you recall the history of Kislin? It was a cruel juvenile justice program. And my dad wound up in almost a fist fight with that judge over in his office one morning. The judge made him sit there all day until everybody else left. And the judge came over and confronted my father, and he said, you tell me why I am not going to send those boys to Kislin. I'll tell you what they did. They broke into a rich guy's house. They sat around the floor smoking cigarettes and telling dirty jokes. Well, that's for real. And my father said to him, sir, I'll tell you why you're not going to send these boys to Kislin. Of course, the judge got himself all puffed up and was ready to listen. And what my dad said to him, he had no idea about what he was saying. He said, sir, you will not send these boys to Kislin because you would not send your son to Kislin for what they did. His son had just died in a car accident. My dad knew nothing about that. But the Lord knew it. And he understood it. The judge's head dropped like a guillotine hit him. And from that day forward, Judge Cuff and my father became bosom buddies. And the judge hated to open a court session without having my father in his presence. That was a long time ago. That's when judges could do things like that. I want you to know that a significant number of all those 13 boys eventually went off to the Salvation Army training school and became Salvation Army officers and spent the rest of their lives trying to lead people to Christ. I just love to tell that story. Just about every story I've got to tell about my mother and my father, and also my sister, who died at a terribly early age. I feel very licensed as a human being because I have outlived my mother, my father, my sister, my wife. I've outlived them all. I've still got family left here. I still love them and they love me. But man, nobody takes the place of my mother, my father, my sister, and my wife. And it's because they could bless the Lord with all their hearts, with all their soul, and all that is within them. I have a lot of fun with that verse, where it says, bless the Lord, O my soul, and all that is within me. And I said, well, what's within me? My gallbladder, there it is. But they took that out.
They took that out. You got that no more, son.
My kidneys, they're still there. My heart, I've had trouble with my heart. But I had my quarterly examination from my medical doctor last Monday. I think I did that right after I went down to see Richard. And what a joy it was to hear the doctor laughing at me. Sandy, you were with me. Everything's fine. Everything. I don't deserve that. I'm grateful to God for healing all of my diseases. Richard usually sits where you two guys are. I know I anointed him with oil, served him communion in his own home, laid my hands on him here, and I feel bad that he isn't here tonight. I know that we all need to practice whatever it takes to get us close to God so we can hear him and understand what he wants us to be saying on behalf of all of our sick loved ones, our sick children. This is an incredible chapter. I see it as an expression of King David bragging about God. I've got some young folks in my house. Once in a while I hear them saying, "Oh my God." That bothers me, and I talk to them once in a while about it. But I am burdened about them because I don't know how to get a word into them about the saving grace of Jesus. The Lord works vindication and justice for all who are oppressed. You've got a whole world that surrounds you, and it's oppressed. It's oppressed because they don't have the hope of God. They don't have the salvation that he brings. They don't have the healing that he provides. They do not have the vindication that he works on their behalf. The Lord is merciful and gracious, slow to anger, and abounding in steadfast love. He will not always accuse, nor will he keep his anger forever. How many people do you know like that? I mean, there aren't many, are there? He does not deal with us according to our sin. He does not deal with us according to our sin, nor repay us according to our iniquities. I know that. I know that. For as the heavens are high above the earth, so great is his steadfast love toward those who fear him. As far as the east is from the west, so far he removes our transgressions from us. As a father has compassion for his children, so the Lord has compassion for those who fear him. Isn't that neat?
Amen.
I could go on with this chapter. I'm only down to verse 13. And there's 35 verses. The whole thing is just so loaded with the benefits and for the mercies of God. And we need to understand that we have access to him. The Lord has established his throne in the heavens, and his kingdom rules over all. Bless the Lord, O you his angels, you mighty ones who do his bidding. The way you translate the word angelos is either angel or servant. In the book of Revelation, it very definitely that the servants are the preachers. The preacher has far greater authority than you understand, even than I understand. Why in the world would Jesus tell the disciples, forgive those who confess and they will be forgiven? What a power that is. Take it seriously. Bless the Lord, all his hosts, his ministers that do his will. Bless the Lord, all his works, in all places of his dominion. Bless the Lord, O my soul. I can go on with this for 2 or 3 hours, very easily. It's such a good and rich and positive opportunity for all of us to get on our knees and seek the Lord. Ask him for his blessing, his love, his mercy. Ask him for his will. Bless the Lord, O my soul, and all that is within me. Bless his holy name. I still have the same habit I've had for quite a while. As soon as I get up in the morning, usually on the way to the restroom, I'm saying, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Heavenly Father. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Thank you for healing my knees, my feet, my toes, my hands, my elbows, my hips. I mean, everything has been falling apart over the years. But thank you, Heavenly Father, for sustaining me. Get a lot of gratitude in your heart. Don't complain as much as you ordinarily do. Allow the grace of God to come in and take over and give you the victory that he has for you. Bless the Lord, O my soul.